Hi everyone, my name is Sylvia. I'm the Director for globalhealthU this year in GlobeMed. I couldn't make it to tonight's meeting, but I really wanted to let you know a little bit about what globalhealthU is and what we're going to be trying to do in terms of education this year with GlobeMed. The great thing about this organization is that it brings together a lot of socially conscious individuals who really want to make an impact on their world and who really want to make an impact in global health equity. At the same time, it's really important for us to understand what global health equity is and the different cultural contexts to which it applies. I know that global health has risen to social consciousness pretty recently, within the last couple decades, and that's really exciting. And when we hear people like Barack Obama and Bono and even the Gap Red campaign telling us that how important it is and how little effort it takes to get socially involved in our world, we want to pass that passion on to others. And that's what we want to do as a club. However, those advertising campaigns for global health only scratch at the surface. So this year in globalhealthU, we're going to look at global health through a variety of lenses that allow us to get into the social, political, and economic context surrounding global health equity that create both the problems and successes that we've experienced as an international community. The key point I hope to drive home is that global health is not an issue that can be studied independently. Global health is the product of the context in which we discover it. It's the product of social stigmas, cultural values, political agendas, and economic realities that we face in the world. The context from which we draw our different issues in global health this year will allow us to understand the discrepancies that our world faces trying to achieve global health equity. It seems crazy to us in America that something like a vitamin A pill costing $1.25 can cure 50% of child mortality cases in Nepal in only 5 years. But from there, we discover global health in the lens of the economic realities of poverty that affect other nations. At the same time, when we think of AIDS, we only think of sub-Saharan Africa as a general audience, having been plagued by the images of malnutritioned African babies that serve as the poster children for AIDS throughout the world. We don't hear about AIDS in places like Eastern Europe, and this is because we need to understand the social stigmas that prevent information about AIDS and hence public advocacy from being expressed. These are the things that we're going to study as a social view of global health equity. It's also important to look to the United States and to our own politics. We have 50 million people uninsured in our own country, so we need to understand global health within a political context and the factors that shape American society. The first lens through which we're going to view global health in our discussion of global health equity in its various contexts will be gender, trying to talk about women, the empowerment of women and the effects that has on the global community and on human rights everywhere. I'm so excited to work with this year's globalhealthU team and to see what all of you have to bring to the table, because any background that anybody has in politics, social, or cultural studies can really contribute to our discussion of global health.